Hello, my name is Joshua Prindle. I'm 27 years old and live in Cortland, Ohio. I'm going to give you a brief introduction about myself, where I've been, and what I've done so far in my life. When I was 2, my parents separated. I moved in with my father. After that happened, we moved to New York. From New York, I attended preschool and kindergarten. Shortly after I was done with kindergarten, we moved to Texas. First, we lived in South Padre Island, Texas, which is a very fun place. It's a little island in the tip of Texas. Everybody knows about it through spring breaks and stuff. After living in South Padre Island for about 5 years, we moved to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. While I was there, I started watching the Dallas Cowboys, and that's why the Cowboys are my favorite NFL team nowadays. Go Cowboys. Anyways, after living in Dallas, we moved to Naples, Florida, where I attended school there for 1 year. Didn't enjoy it that much, so I moved home with my mother in Warren, Ohio. I graduated from Highland High School in 2000. After graduating high school, I signed up for the United States Air Force. I was only 17 years old, so my mom had to sign a waiver, but she did that, and therefore I went to basic training at Lackland Air Force Base in Texas. I accomplished my 6-week basic training there, then moved on to my tech school, which was right down the road at the same base, for the Security Forces career field. After I completed the Security Forces career field, I got stationed on my first base, which was Davis-Monthan Air Force Base in Tucson, Arizona. I was stationed there for 6 years, but did a couple deployments. My first deployment was to Ecuador in South America. It was a very fun time. We lived on the beach, but I was only there for 3 months. After that, went back home to Davis-Monthan shortly after September 11th happened. From there, I went to Baghdad International Airport in Iraq. Was stationed there for 8 months, living in tents. Wasn't that bad. I was with a whole bunch of good guys, so we made the best out of the worst situation. After completing an 8-month deployment there, I went back home to Davis-Monthan, which I started doing mobility section in the Security Forces warehouse, which is getting people ready for deployments, getting them all their gear and everything they need to have a successful deployment. Then again, I deployed to Saudi Arabia, Prince Sultan Air Force Base, which I shut down, and got forward deployed to Qatar. After Qatar, I went back home to Davis-Monthan for about a year, and then deployed again to UAE, which is United Arab Emirates. Capital is Dubai. While we were there, we went to Dubai once or twice. In Dubai, it was really fun because they have a huge mall, got a ski lift and everything in it, so we went snowboarding. Then a couple hours later, we were at a water park, so not many people can say they went snowboarding in a water park all in one day. After that, I went back home to Davis-Monthan, and my 6-year tour there was up. So I moved back home to Cortland, Ohio, where I joined the reserve base at Youngstown Air Reserve Station. While I was here, I became an AGR, which is an Active Guard Reserve. That means I'm full-time at a reserve base. I enjoy it very much, and we are here for the mission so all the reservists can deploy and we can secure the base. I've been in the Air Force for about 9 years now, and that was my time so far in the Air Force. So to wrap things up, I'm 27 years old, live in Cortland, Ohio. I told you about my schools I've attended, where I went to basic training, where I was stationed at first, all my deployments. Do you have any questions?